A big part of the Worcester Railers family is closing out his career ahead of the 2024-25 season. Worcester Railers forward Jack Quinlivan is officially retiring, and I'm grateful to be joined by Jack now to talk about the decision. Jack, it's really great to see you.
Good to see you too, Tim. Thanks for having me.
Of course. Now, obviously, the announcement's out that you're hanging up the skates. Talk, if you will, just for a second. What went into that decision for you to hang them up here?
It was a difficult process for sure, and took quite a bit some time after the season. But just looking back on how the season went for me, which when I was healthy, I really enjoyed and really thought I was playing well. But I feel that as if I had a couple of head injuries in the past 2 years, which are now piling up. And I also felt like when I was in the lineup and I was playing my best game, it felt like I was getting that sense of closure and feeling like, um, you know, this is exactly what I wanted or looking for out of my game. And considering my age um, and my health, I don't think it was smart for me to try to continue to pursue, making a career out of hockey, which is unfortunate. But luckily for me, I feel like I'm in a great space where I can end it on my own terms. And I'm really appreciative of the Worcester Railers giving me the opportunity to play professional hockey, especially in my own hometown. And going what I went through with my cancer treatments and coming back after that, and them giving me another chance. And with all my teammates' support and the organization's support. It's a 2 years that I'll never really forget and always cherish. So I'm really appreciative of the time.
You talk about closure and endings here, but let's go back to the beginning. You're a kid from Shrewsbury. Growing up, you've got the Ice Cats and the Sharks right down the road, and you finally get to play for the Railers. Just talk about what hockey has sort of meant to you from the beginning.
Uh, it was awesome. I mean, I even got to wear like an Ice Cats jersey this year, which was like one of the best nights. I'll never forget that. But just growing up here and playing with so many good players, and just I was just entrenched in the community from the start. So going to those Ice Cats games, Sharks games, 10 minutes from my house, and eventually coming back full circle after Maine, and coming to play here, it was such a comfortable feeling. And I honestly think that's what helped me excel in my time on the ice and made me enjoy it that much more, because I was representing something that I was really proud of to represent, which is the Worcester community. And it deserves to have a great hockey team. There's a great fan base here. I meet so many people that, recognize my face or the team and ask me, questions about the team and how I'm doing. And I don't even know them. So it's been a really cool experience. So like you said, just growing up and being a part of it is what, in full circle made it really special for me.
Was it always a goal for you coming out of college to A, play professional hockey, and B, get to do it so close to home in Worcester?
Um, it definitely was a goal for me to play professional hockey, but my time at Maine wasn't very easy, where I had to kind of work at it and improve and get better and better. Obviously, when you go play Division 1 hockey East, you set your goals to the highest level. So, when you're going in, you think you have a chance at, playing in the hopefully in the NHL one day. But then you quickly realize there's a lot of good players. And so you kind of just have to focus on getting better and improving your game every day. And then towards the end of my career, I felt like I deserved an opportunity to continue my career. And, once Worcester announced they were, putting in the Railers, I think it was my junior, sophomore year. It kind of occurred to me that this could be a really, really cool opportunity to come home and play professional hockey for a hometown team. And you watched hometown teams, growing up. So I think later in my college career, it started to become a reality. And then, Jordan gave me the opportunity, which, I'm forever grateful. And it was really awesome.
Let's talk about your rookie year, that first year with the team. you mentioned it, your cancer treatments and ultimately the diagnosis that was discovered thanks to an unfortunate injury that occurred in December of that rookie season for you, but ultimately it leads to this diagnosis and this treatment for you. Just talk about that journey that you went on with the team.
Um, it was a really hard journey, but I think being a part of the Railers family and organization made it that much easier. First off, I got the injury playing for the Railers. And then second off, they had an amazing treatment staff and trainers that were able to, see this illness or, and then send me to the hospital to kind of get it diagnosed. And then without that staff, who knows what it would have happened or in without that injury playing for the team. And then post, that during my recovery, my treatments, I was always around the rink and from you to the coaching staff to the equipment staff to the trainers and especially my teammates, like they were always checking on how I was doing, even with phone calls, every day, while, they were on the road or whatever. And that helped me take my mind off things, but also remind me that, there's so many people that are pulling for me. And that, especially coming into this year being healthy, that's what also, gave me more motivation to kind of, play with the passion and fire that I have. And add to that, it felt like a really special year for me this year.
Talk about, your time with the team in the lineup with the guys in the locker room. Just what was that like for you this past season?
It was a year I'll honestly never forget. It was one of my favorite years of hockey and the most fun I've had in a while. And that's because of the culture the Railers organization has built, and my teammates I had. I mean, there wasn't one selfish guy on the team that was about themselves. Everyone came in with a phenomenal attitude. Um, and it was just such a joy to be a part of. The practices, we were working super hard, but it was like it didn't feel hard because we were joking around and having fun while doing it because everyone had a smile on their face and was competitive. And even coming back in the locker room after, you'd spend an hour hanging out with the guys after and just talking and doing treatment and just laughing. And you create so much memories and create relationships that I created with teammates this year that I'll have forever, which I'm most appreciative about. So I know it wasn't the result we wanted, obviously. Some things didn't go our way, but looking back on the year, I was really unfortunate to meet everyone in that room.
Uh, Talk about, any favorite memories in particular that jump to mind when you think about your time with the team.
I think my favorite memory, obviously, is what I mentioned is Ice Cats night when I came back from my ankle injury that took about, I think, almost 8 weeks. And my first shift, I think I ran over like three players, and the crowd got going. And people there that were there that night, my buddies always talk about it. And we had the trip to Fort Wayne with my shootout goal, which was an opportunity that was really awesome to me. And then seeing Rapachi's franchise setting record goal that Ice Cats night was probably one of the coolest things I've ever been a part of. I mean, that was the only pro record thing I've ever been a part of. So it was really cool to see that, and then just see, I don't know, guys coming in every day with a smile on their face and joking around and getting close with them. Like obviously those are the memories like you'll always remember. And so yeah, I think those were some instances on the ice where I thought, those stood out to me.
I want to take it back to that Fort Wayne game for just a moment. It was back on
Mm-hmm.
January 20th. Railers won 4-3 in a shootout in front of almost 10,000 fans in Fort Wayne, Indiana. There's another element to that story you didn't mention was that the shootout's going, you turn around and it's in, I believe, the seventh round it was. You turn
Yeah.
around to head coach at the time, Jordan LaValle Smotherman, and assistant coach Bob Duraney, and you said, I got this. I got the move to end this. You ask for the puck, and you score the only goal scored in that shootout, and you win the game. Just talk about what was going through your mind to step up. How confident were you really in that move? Obviously, you scored. Just talk us through that a little bit more.
Well, I feel like I personally had been having a successful weekend. I felt like I was playing good. And then I was close in overtime a couple times. And then when the rounds keep going and going and going, I'm like, well, I might as well throw my name in the ring and see, what they think. Because, hey, if I miss, there's six other people that missed before me. So who really cares? And I mean, the move I did, it's not really a move, but it's something that I've had success with either in practice or I had a penalty shootout in college that I scored on, so I felt really comfortable with it. So I'm like, well, I'm gonna say something to coach because if he puts me out there and I miss, whatever. But if I score, that'd be pretty cool. So it was a good memory, and I talked with Coach Bob Duraney here and there, and it's like one of his favorite memories. He always recites what I said. So it was probably one of the funnier, like, cooler moments I had this year.
I think that's how I know that story is because Coach Bob always loves to talk about that one. It's
Yeah,
14 shots taken in that shootout. Only one went in. There's only one
yeah.
Jack Quinlivan. That's a remarkable story there. As we wrap up here, Jack, just in talking about your retirement now, obviously you're done playing the game of hockey, but how do you see your relationship with hockey developing as time goes along here?
Um, I feel like I'll always be around the rink. It's taught me so many life lessons of teamwork, communication, hard work, dedication to the craft, attention to detail, and I feel like going to the rink always reminds me of those traits. And also, just it's a kid's game. It's a lot of fun to be around. I mean, I was so fortunate to make a living playing off of it for 2 years. And it's honestly the best job in the world, playing professional hockey. So I feel like I'll always be supportive of the Railers. I'm not really going anywhere. I'll be in the area. I think I'm going to be helping out coaching some teams here and there around Worcester County. So I'm sure people will see me in the rinks all the time. But I just love the game so much, and it's given me a lot in my life. And I couldn't be any more appreciative of the game of hockey, and also to the Railers organization for giving me the opportunity. And it's filled with a lot of great people there that I'm so glad I got to meet.
We're going to see at the DCU Center for some Railers games this year.
I'll definitely be there. Absolutely. So I'll see you there.
All right. Well, Jack, congratulations on an excellent career with the Railers. Getting to play for your hometown team is not something that a lot of players get to do in their careers. So, again, congratulations from the organization and best of luck in your future endeavors.
Thanks, Tim. I appreciate it. Thanks for everything.
Of course. And thanks for taking the time here today.